What if we want to install a package that is not in the repositories? So if I type apt cache search Chrome, I'll see a lot of Chrome, but I'm not seeing a package called Chrome. I see Chromium Browser. That's the open source version of Chrome, and we can install that by typing sudo apt-get install Chromium Browser. But let's say I want the actual Google Chrome. It's not under Chrome. It's not under Google Chrome either. We're going to see that it wasn't able to access that package. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Firefox, because that's the browser you're going to have pre-installed on Ubuntu. You are going to have Firefox. It doesn't come with another browser pre-installed. However, you can install other web browsers. Now, if I wanted to install Midori, which is a web browser, I can check, is there a version that I can install through the repositories? And there is. I don't want to use Midori though. I want to use Chrome. So what we're going to do is go to chrome.google.com. And when the page loads, it's going to allow us to download Chrome. So I'm going to go to download for personal computers. And this is automatically picked up that we're on Linux. So if you click download Chrome, it's going to give you 4 options. A 32-bit .deb file, a 64-bit .deb file, and then also 32 and 64-bit RPM files. On Linux, you're not going to be using RPM files. That is the package manager for Red Hat, and so that's a different Linux version altogether. With Debian Ubuntu distributions, and in the first or second video I explained how Ubuntu was forked from Debian. So Ubuntu uses the same package manager as Debian, which is .deb files, or apt package manager. So apt package manager works with .deb files. So we're going to download the 64-bit deb file because we're working on a 64-bit system and a 64-bit installation. We're going to click that accept button, then I'm going to save the file. Now, once the download completes, we can change directory into our home downloads directory. We can use the ls command to see this file. And so how we're going to install it, I mean, you could open up the file manager, come into the downloads folder and double click this, and it's going to open it up with Software Center, which is Ubuntu's graphical package manager app. But we're not going to do that because we're focusing on command line. So how you install it from command line is by running the following command. So we're going to go sudo dpkg-i for install. And then we're going to give it the file path. Now we could go absolute and type home, nic, downloads. We're not going to do that because that gets really old and boring really quick. We're going to type in the current directory, look for google-chrome-stable_current_amd64.deb and hit enter. And it's going to unpack this Debian package, and it's going to install Chrome. And again, it's not going to pick up the application there, but we can type Chrome, I believe. No? What about Google Chrome? There we go. And then we can launch Chrome because it is installed.